Why are many organizations moving toward the adoption of Gateway API rather than using the Kubernetes Ingress? The Kubernetes Ingress is the native way of exposing application to external traffic in Kubernetes. However, the Kubernetes Ingress routes requests based on the host and path, which then direct the request to a back-end service, which in turn route the request to pods. But in a production system, routing a request just only based on the path and the URL or the host is not enough. You might want to filter traffic based on the HTTP method like get, post, pass, put. You want to route requests based on request parameters, headers, etc. Now, all of these functionalities does not come out of the box with the Kubernetes Ingress. To move around this, we started seeing major companies having specific implementation by using annotations. Now you can see engineers using these annotations, this and that, in order for them to allow their ingress to behave in some certain ways, like rate limiting, motion TLS, filter based on traffic, TLS redirect, etc. This made the ingress resources overcomplicated. For a single ingress resource, you can see a whole load of annotations, which is confusing. And to make matter worse, all of these annotations are implementation specific, which means that Nginx has its own annotations, AWS Load Balancer Controller has its own annotation, Kong has its own annotation, HA Proxy has its own annotation. All of these led to the drawback, because if you want to migrate from one ingress controller to another ingress controller, you need to start rewriting all your ingress resource, which is not scalable. And that is why the Gateway API was born. Now, the Gateway API was born out of frustration of the ingress controller. The Gateway API is not here to replace the ingress, rather it is here to add more functionality to the ingress. The Gateway API standardizes all the routing features offered by Ingress. Helps us to route requests based on different kind of parameter. For instance, you can route requests based on the header, the HTTP method, request parameters. Use it for A/B testing, for canary deployment, whereby you are rolling your application to some subset of your customers. Maybe like 60% go to the old version, 40% go to the new version. All of these features comes out of the box with the API gateway. The Gateway API is pluggable, which means that if you install a particular Gateway API controller and in the future decided to use another Gateway API, you don't need to change your Gateway API resource. All you need to do for you to reference the new Gateway API class, and then everything works as normal. And if you want to gain more insight about how this works in production system, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will be rolling out a new video on the deep dive on how you can implement Gateway API on your own Kubernetes cluster.